one more thing about this Game of Thrones thing, man. I wanted to mention, but I forgot. I got too caught up in explaining what happened in the last video. But I want to see the reactions of a few of my favorite YouTubers when it comes to Game of Thrones. Yeah, there's three in particular I like to watch, and I'm gonna go ahead and name one in the order that I began watching them. First one is Red Team Review. Now, I like his videos because when I started watching, he did history and stuff on some of the characters and some of the non-known characters in Westeros that was actually pretty interesting and stuff. And yeah, he also, I think one of the first videos I saw from him was the Maggie the Frog video, which got me interested even more in the other characters who weren't part of the wasn't pretty much the main characters and stuff. And yeah, he pretty much bring up good points in his episode reviews. And yeah, if you ever get a chance, check it out. Again, it's Red Team Review. And the second one I want to talk about is Preston Jacobs. Now, this guy, he is awesome because he is actually a huge fan of George R.R. Martin's other works as well as Game of Thrones. And yeah, if you want to talk about conspiracy theories and stuff, he will go down into the nitty-gritty details of whatever conspiracy is pretty much going on. He has videos explaining what happened at the Tower of Joy and also what had happened with the Dornish master plan in the books. And he also went into the explanation of the genetics of the Targaryens and why there were some that was able to hatch dragons and why there were some that weren't able to. Seriously, this guy has a lot of materials. Saying, hey, if you end up binge watching them, I would say you would get at least halfway. It would be halfway till the new season of Game of Thrones if you binge watch his videos. And yeah, the last one I want to talk about is one of the newest ones I actually started watching. And this girl is named Raw Risk or something. I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to link all three of these YouTube pages in the description below after the video. But yeah, she does very good videos. I like seeing her witty remarks and banter and whatever. And yeah, she also went into details about guest right and the consequences of violating guest right, and she also went into details from other stories from the world of Ice and Fire that guest right was violated. And yeah, she also went into the whole Frey pie theory. If you saw this recent episode, then yeah, you'll understand why certain book readers, you would find that certain book readers would dislike the fact that House Mannerly got played down than what they were originally supposed to have been they had less involvement in the Northern conspiracy in the show than what they had in the books, because yeah, Sir Wynwood Mannerly, he pretty much had fucked the phrase over. He was playing nice and shit when they went to White Harbor to take his son's bones back to him, and he was like, "Oh yes, I believe you," and all this stuff, and they had guessed right until the day he left, and they were supposed to meet back at Winterfell, and yeah, those three phrases came by ship, so they didn't have any horses, so he presented them with guest gifts, and yeah, he was talking it over with Davos before he left about these guest gifts and why it was important that they got these guest gifts when they left. Because in some parts of the South, guest gifts, well, some parts of the North, well, mainly in the more North, but it's still rarely done in the South. A guest gift is given when the day that a guest is supposed to leave, which ends the whole guest right thing. So that means, hey, you're no longer a guest here. We just gave you a gift to prove it, and hey, open, fair game. We can kill you now. And yeah, and the Frey pie theory, yeah. This is theory that those three phrases were made into pies and eaten at Ramsay Bolton's wedding. And that was confirmed by George R.R. Martin himself. So, yeah. She went into great detail about that. So, yes, I would highly recommend watching that. And yes, also is worth watching all three of them for their takes on the history of the king, of the lineage of the Targaryens and stuff throughout Westeros. It's pretty cool. Anyway, I will see you guys when I see you.